Hello and welcome to today's concert.
Our next concert will be 2 weeks today, March the 14th, so please do join us then. That day is actually Mother's Day, and very interestingly, our very first concert that we put out to you last year was on Mother's Day in March last year. So in some ways that will be a special anniversary concert, but for now please do enjoy today's concert.
We have to go back to our little flat soon, so we thought we'd take advantage of having two pianos in this beautiful room. We're going to play Mozart's Piano Concerto number 20 in D minor. Those of you who've been regular listeners have got to know Marcus as a violinist and composer, but he's also a wonderful pianist, and I'm very lucky that he was able to play the orchestral piano part to this concerto. I'm afraid it's a fixed angle camera today, so ideally we would have had the camera panning between Marcus and me, but it's just not possible. And he's too modest anyway, so he's fine with that. This concerto is really one of my favourites, and it's perhaps safe to say that it's been the most popular of all Mozart's piano concertos, along with the next one, number 21, Elvira Madigan. The 20th concerto in D minor is very stormy and dramatic. And throughout the Romantic era, when many of Mozart's other piano concertos had been forgotten, it remained popular. Composers such as Beethoven, Hummel and Clara Schumann composed cadenzas for it, and today I'll be playing the cadenzas by Beethoven. The key of D minor also occurs in Mozart in the Requiem and in the opera Don Giovanni, and I think it must have been a key of special significance for Mozart. The first movement is full of drama and syncopation and amazing modulations, and it really does prefigure the music of Don Giovanni, which was to come 2 years later. The slow movement of the concerto is entitled Romance, and it perhaps foreshadows the Romantic era that was to come, but the music does not remain peaceful, as the middle section of the second movement is a turbulent, dramatic G minor cascade of notes. In the third movement, we return to D minor. The music is quite playful, but also dark and again stormy, like the first movement. Another similarity with the opera Don Giovanni is that the music in the final pages goes to a more playful D major. And apparently audiences in Mozart's time liked happy endings, so perhaps that's the reason.
Just to add that this concerto by Mozart is also one of my favourite concertos. I loved it the first time I heard it, and it's one of those pieces that I love every time I now hear it or play it. It never ceases to fascinate me, especially those opening mysterious syncopated chords. You think, what's going on here? So please do enjoy the piece. And just to add that I'm not a professional pianist, although I did study it seriously at one point in my life when I was much younger. And at one point I did think about becoming a pianist, but then the violin took over. So there we go, and enjoy the concert.